This morning, an 18-year-old man is dead after a rollover crash. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says he was driving about 7 miles southeast of Richardton when he lost control of his vehicle and ended up in a ditch.
The car rolled into a pasture and the teen was thrown from the vehicle. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt and died at the scene. A 19-year-old passenger was not hurt in that crash. The victim's identity has not been released. The North Dakota State Patrol says a 5-year-old girl is dead after she was hit by a pickup in Towner in northern North Dakota. Police say the driver was moving the pickup a short distance in the driveway on Saturday when he got out and saw the girl lying in the driveway.
The patrol says the 21-year-old driver did not realize he even struck the girl until after parking the pickup. The girl was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead.
5 people were rescued after their boat capsized on a lake in northern Minnesota over the weekend. Officials say the party of 5 was on a 14-foot boat that tipped over yesterday afternoon.
Police say all 5 people were wearing their life jackets and were able to swim to a nearby island where they were brought to shore. Luckily, no one was hurt. After a pleasant end to the weekend, we're expecting another round of severe weather to be moving through parts of the valley a little later tonight.
It seems we just can't get a break from the severe weather, so we head on over to First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green with a look at what we can expect on this First Alert weather day.
Good morning. Yes, another start to our week with some stormy weather, and we have the potential mainly into the afternoon and nighttime hours. So the morning hours this morning are looking pretty good, but we want to look ahead, make sure we're ready for this. We've got a marginal risk for severe storms coming up for our eastern North Dakota counties. A couple of us right on the edge of that slight risk in the south and west, and that's going to be the higher risk area in Bismarck and back down into parts of South Dakota. And then the farther east you go, the less likelihood we'll see severe weather, though all of us have the potential for some rain and some thunderstorms today. So temperatures right now are pretty quiet. It's a good start to our morning. We are at 48 in Fosston. That's the cool spot just down the road to Detroit Lakes and Fergus Falls. We're at 61. It's 57 in Fargo and 56 in Grand Forks. Look at all these calm reports coming in. Just completely quiet here to start off the day today. Looking nice and still and just a really pretty morning to start off. But that has led to some fog. We're seeing some improvement going on across a good portion of the valley. Northwestern Minnesota reports at least coming in good. Out to the west, still dealing with a little bit of that fog. Jamestown's at 3 miles for visibility. Can do. We were at 0 for a lot of the hours this morning, and now we're back up to 5 miles, so that is an improvement. As we look at the radar and satellite map, you can see we're quiet in the valley, but looking westward, that's what we're keeping our eyes out for. It's already raining in Dickinson and Williston and eastern parts of Montana, and that is heading eastward toward us here in the valley, so be ready for that. For now, though, looking beautiful out there. Mostly sunny skies in Fargo as we're looking to the east. You can see a sliver of that fog on the horizon right now. And as we head further into the day, notice how those temperatures do rise. We'll get back into the upper 70s to about 80 today in Fargo. And most of the daytime hours, especially along the Red River and east, will be on the dry side. So we're looking at perhaps a few more clouds building in as we head into the afternoon, but overall looking like a pretty good daytime for us in Fargo. Now, beyond that 4 o'clock hour, that's when you want to start paying attention to that potential for some storms, and maybe sooner than that, especially in the Devil's Lake Basin and over toward the James River Valley here today. So here's a look at that 7-day planner. We've got a chance for some storms today, that first alert weather day that will likely carry over overnight into tomorrow morning. It may still be raining in our eastern counties tomorrow morning around this time. So something to keep in mind as you're making your plans. That will eventually clear out Tuesday. Into Wednesday, we're quiet for midweek. And then Thursday and Friday, a chance for some storms returns. And so does the heat. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be approaching 90, maybe surpassing 90 Friday and heading into the weekend. So summertime heat on the way. Let's check in now with Devin Fry for the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thanks, Lisa. We're finishing up our morning drive for this hour on I-94. We're heading east towards Minnesota. Now, you can see the traffic flow over in the westbound lanes. We'll try to get a better view of that here over on the left side of your screen. They are building up just a little bit, but there's also still a lot of areas where there is no traffic flow to speak of. So there's some groupings where things are really busy, and then some long stretches where the roads are wide open. So really a kind of a surging traffic flow over there on I-94, but otherwise things have been really light across the board. Even when we just went over I-29, that construction area, that roadwork area, I should say, even that was moving along smoothly with the reduced lanes and speeds. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
One woman is in jail after crashing her vehicle into a tree in Grand Forks. Police say 56-year-old Jacqueline Tiosom was driving southbound on the on-ramp to Columbia Road when her vehicle left the road and then hit a tree yesterday afternoon. She was taken to the hospital for a leg injury. She was also then arrested for DUI, open container, and failure to have her vehicle under control.
Grand Forks police are also investigating after a teenage boy was shot and injured. Officers say they stopped a car in East Grand Forks for a traffic violation and found the 16-year-old in the vehicle with a gunshot wound to his shoulder.
Police are not releasing more details on the incident, but say the injury happened in the vehicle while it was being driven, and it appears to have been an accident. The person who fired that gun has not been identified, but officials say the two did know each other. Anyone with information on this should call the Grand Forks Police Department. Authorities are investigating how a Cass County jail inmate was able to get a controlled substance and then became unresponsive after ingesting it. The Cass County Sheriff's Office says the inmate was treated at a hospital and is now back in jail doing fine.
The Sheriff's Office, along with the North Dakota BCI, is investigating how that controlled substance was able to get inside the jail. No other details are being released as the incident is still being investigated. Hornbachers has now joined the list of major businesses requiring masks. Starting next Monday, July 27th, customers must cover their face while shopping in all grocery stores and liquor stores.
The store is still offering home delivery and curbside pickup to shoppers as well. Last week, Walmart, Target, CVS, and Walgreens announced they will mandate masks at stores nationwide. Learn more about their Wear a Mask campaign on the VNL News app. And this is the time of the year when many in the Valley are starting to think about back to school. Already there. New supplies, new clothes, new teachers. But with the number of cases of coronavirus in the U.S. surging, parents and teachers have a whole set of new concerns this year.
The Valley Today's Kelly Hubbard joins us live from the Fargo School District building with more on how parents are anxiously looking forward to the new school year. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Jordan and Lisa. That's right. The clock is ticking for safe and creative solutions for schools across the valley as they prepare for this upcoming school year. Many parents and teachers that I spoke with say they're ready for normalcy and they're ready to send their kids back to school. But in his latest press conference, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum said that schools may reopen this fall for face-to-face learning amid the continuing coronavirus pandemic if districts approve and consult with local health officials. The governor said schools must also prep online learning plans in addition to classroom instruction and a hybrid of the two. One Fargo parent said they're ready to send their children back to school as their mental health can't take any more isolation. Other parents tell me they're anxious about what the classroom is going to look like and don't want to risk sending their kids to school. I spoke with a Fargo mother who has 4 children. 2 of them go to grade school and the other 2 middle school. She says she's already set them down to tell them they won't be going to school this fall as one of her family members is immunocompromised.
I mean, if it was a situation where they just absolutely weren't going to be okay without face-to-face instruction, we'd have to make that decision too. But for us, they won't be missing out on anything just because they can't talk to their friends at school, because none of the guidelines in place show that that will be happening anyway.
And for many parents wanting to send their kids back to school, they have questions about what the classroom is going to look like, if there's going to be more school nurses, if there's going to be more hand sanitizers placed around the school as well. And then there comes another question: if a kid tests positive in a classroom, if everyone in the classroom needs to quarantine, if mom and dad need to take off work. And then other mom and dads too are worrying about this fall semester, holding off until winter semester to send their kids back. But of course, as we learn more, we'll update you on our Valley News Live app.
Callie Hubbard reporting live, and they just recently released that Fargo Public School survey from parents and teachers as well about what they want to do heading back to school. The majority of parents who responded said they want their kids back in the classroom. However, the majority of staff said they would like to do a hybrid approach, partial online and partial in the class as well. So the district has not made any decisions, and we'll stay up to that here at Valley News Live.
Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. If you have one of these, there's a 70% chance that you have 2 of them.
The answer is tattoos. I've heard from people they're addicting. You get one, you want more.
That's how it works, I guess. Okay, UK's Princess Beatrice has given fans a look into her special day with her new husband. Take a look at these beautiful pictures. The two wed in an unannounced and private ceremony on Friday at Windsor Castle.
The Queen and Prince Philip, pictured there on the left, were there as well. Now, the couple were originally supposed to get married back in May, but like many others, they're forced to postpone their wedding as the result of the coronavirus pandemic. And the, I believe, tiara she was wearing and the dress, didn't we read that earlier?
Were vintage, yes.
They were from the Queen.
Very
Your grandmother. Cool. All right, crazy life that they live there. Well, the Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley today, it rolls on. We'll have more live up-to-the-minute news and weather for you coming up right now on the Fargo CW.